Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series that I am going to be starting. And we're going to be playing as something that I've been interested in checking out. I haven't actually played as a Jain ruler yet, so I've been kind of interested to see, just the differences between Jain and Hindu and Buddhist. I have played as a Hindu and I have played as a Buddhist, and I understand they're pretty samey. It's just Jains don't have any kind of a holy war, and they're forbidden from like tiger hunts. They can't have the hunting focus, which actually I use that a lot, so that kind of stinks. But they do get some benefits there. They have really stable realms and things like that, and they can still make war through CBs and such. So we are going to be playing as the Raja Vanaraja of Chaudaraj, and he is located right here in Saurashtra. So I'm pretty excited to start this Let's Play. I've been really wanting to start a Crusader Kings Let's Play, but I wanted to kind of practice a little bit before I got into doing one, and so I've done a few runs with some various rulers, around the CK2 world, just to get my feet back under me, because it'd been a few months since I'd actually played Crusader Kings. And now that I feel like I've got more of a handle on Crusader Kings again, I'm ready to put out some content for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy it. Now, before we get started, I will put out a disclaimer for anybody who is watching. I'm not what you would typically call a power gamer in the sense of Crusader Kings 2. I really enjoy Crusader Kings 2, and I have put a lot of time into it, and I do feel like I know a pretty good deal about the game. However, I'm not going to be the kind of guy that you're probably going to watch to pick up on amazing strategies and loopholes and tips and tricks and things like that. Now, I'm not saying you won't learn anything from watching me, but I'm just saying that don't expect to be like, holy crap, he formed the Kingdom of India in like 50 years. Something like that's not going to happen. I mean, maybe nobody could do that. I don't know. There's a lot of land to take. So we are going to be playing as this guy. So let's go ahead and click play so we can get into it. Start. And we will be doing Iron Man, so there will be some annoying saves going on every 6 months, but oh well. So let's just make sure. Okay, I know all about feudal. I have no problem with that. We can take 3 concubines. We can designate any valid offspring as heir. We have a much lower chance of provincial revolts. Large bonuses to all vassal opinions. Rulers can hold larger domains. Rulers cannot declare holy wars, and there is no religious head. So playing through, excuse me for the cough, but playing through with some of the other Indian rulers, something that I definitely noticed was that dealing with inheritance is a bit of an issue. Normally, the normal ways that you deal with inheritance in a Christian kingdom versus even a Muslim kingdom, it's very, very different as an Indian subcontinent ruler. And let me show you why. If you are Hindu, Buddhist, or Jain, you're severely limited on what kind of succession laws you can actually have. You start out with agnatic, cognatic, gavelkind, which means basically that all of the titles are split between the primary heir and the other heirs. So the fact that you can have a wife and 3 concubines, whereas it's good for making sure that your primary heir has like a good trait like genius or strong or something like that, you have to be careful, because the more that you have, the more split you're going to get at the same time. You also have access to elective gavelkind, which is a blessing and a curse, which I've found out, because when you go elective gavelkind, no longer can you designate your primary heir. You have to nominate who you want to be your primary heir, and other people get to vote too. Now, in Christian kingdoms, the only people that get to vote on this are duke level and up. So if you're a king, you go elective gavelkind. The only people that are going to get to vote on your elector are going to be the duke, people who hold duke level titles, which, you know, depending on the size of your kingdom, may just be you. What I've found out with the Indian subcontinent religions, however, is that from count and up, Thakur and up gets a vote. So it greatly complicates elective gavelkind. So much so that I actually believe just straight plain gavelkind is superior. The only thing that elective gavelkind affords you over straight normal gavelkind is that with normal gavelkind, the only way that you can designate a female successor is if you don't have any males to designate. Whereas with elective gavelkind, you can actually designate a female if you so choose, or you can nominate a female if you so choose. Yeah, so there is that. Primogeniture is something that is kind of, I hate primogeniture. Let me just get that out there in the open. You know, it's good because it helps you to keep your realm, like your titles, consolidated. You're never going to lose them. Unfortunately, to get primogeniture, you have to have high or absolute crown authority, which requires, well, number one, you have to have a kingdom, and we don't start out with a kingdom. And number two, it's going to take like legalism of 3 or 4. And we start out at 1 legalism, and we're not going to be gaining a whole lot of tech really fast. So primogeniture, probably not the way to go. Ultimogeniture is a little bit easier to slip into, but it's kind of the same. To me, it's kind of the same. I just despise both of the primogeniture and ultimogeniture. They're kind of like as a last resort type thing. Okay, so now that I've kind of got my rant out of the way, we're probably going to be sticking gavelkind, at least for the near future. So let's take a look at our Raja. We are a double Raja, which is basically the equivalent of a duke. So we've got okay diplomacy. Our combat score is crap. Our stewardship score is crap. Our intrigue score is below average, and our learning score is crap. So our ruler is very, very bad. You know, that's just RNG for you. Sometimes you get the good ones, sometimes you get the bad ones. Okay, he's a Svetambara Jain, which gives vassal opinion. I'm going to be changing that as soon as I can over to something different, I think. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Both Jain and Buddhist get access to a branch of their religion that give a plus to health, which is really good. But I'm not really sure that we want to keep this guy around for too long because his scores are pretty crappy. I mean, we can kind of rectify some of that with focuses, with character focuses, but yeah. And he already has an heir who is already at the age of 9 envious. He's a smartest and a Kashitra. Oh, he's a Hindu. Yeah, we need to get him not be a Hindu. He needs to convert. We're going to stay Jain. There's nothing wrong with being Hindu, but I want this to be a Jain playthrough. We're not going to be changing religions. I know that some people like to change back and forth based on what they actually need in their kingdom, and that's fine. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But I want this to be all about Jain. Okay, well, we need to pick an ambition, so we're going to get married, of course. And then let's look at our pool here. I'm sure there are not going to be any geniuses, strong, or quick, but we'll check it out. No geniuses, no strong, no quick. At least not from this pool. So we can go over here to the normal find characters and see if we can find anybody. So we'll go my religion group. I'm fine if they are Hindu or Buddhist, and my culture group. Genius, no. Quick. Okay, so there are 2 options with quick, strong. Oop, I misspelled it. If I spelled it right, it would work out better. Okay, and there's one that's strong. I like strong because it gives you that benefit to health, which is really nice. A martial benefit, fertility benefit. It's a really good congenital trait. Quick is also good because it just gives you a straight +3 on all your scores. Let's look, see who are these people. For our needs, I think I value her over this one because she has a little bit higher martial score. Now, that's not that I intend on making a bunch of war right off the bat, but it's certainly a possibility that we will. What about this strong character? Okay, wow, our intrigue would be really in the gutter, and she has a lot of really bad traits. Okay, let's marry Dandy here, if we can. We're going to take a prestige hit of 200, but I think that's fine at this point. So that'll put us at -170, but we will probably, let's see, we make 4 gold a month. Yeah, we'll take the prestige over the gold when they get married, and then we'll probably concubine up as well. All right, we need to pick a character focus, and since we're a double Raj, we're getting a nice bonus to our amount of holdings we can have in our domain. Normally I would say let's go stewardship, and I still may but I also may go war, and family could also be a possibility, but I don't know that I want to go there right now. All right, so let's take. Well, how many provinces do we have here that we don't personally have? So we've got these 3. Let's see, Chaturaj, Raj. So this is the one Raj. Okay, what is this de jure part of? Kingdom of Gujarat. So there's we could actually we already have enough. We already have enough land to actually make this kingdom, the Kingdom of Gujarat. We just need the money and the piety to make it. So we are the Raja of Saurashtra, and we're the Raja of Gujara Mandala. Where's that at? Okay, so here. So that means that we've actually got de jure claims on this, but I don't think we're going to be going to war with Pratihara anytime soon. As a matter of fact, man, they kind of scare me. They may swallow us up. Well, actually, it only has 900 and something troops right now, but we don't have many more than that. So we need to take what this guy. All right, 1, 2, 3. So this guy is a double Thakur, basically a double count. We have space to take 3 more right now. After we get married, we might have room for 1 more. I think we might go stewardship, actually. I'm not sure that we're going to be warring real soon because the people that are next to us are kind of tough. And going stewardship will also boost our income. So let's go stewardship with our focus. Yeah, we're going to go rulership. Sorry. Now, the downside to going rulership, or any of those detracts that give you stewardship, is that I've noticed that your characters get depressed and stressed really fast with those. So more than likely, we'll run it for a while, hopefully get some stewardship bumps out of it, and then we'll switch over into something else. Either war or maybe even a family. So, okay. Let's take a look at our council. So I don't really know that we're going to fabricate any claims right off the bat. We could go about getting this land from these people in a few different ways. Do we already have claims on any of it? No. Do we have an intrigue option to revoke any of it? Yes. We can revoke The Thekana of Bumilka. So this one. We can actually revoke that from him. The rest of them, we will either have to fab a claim on and then revoke. Well, we can do three things. We can fab a claim on it and revoke it, and then we will incur no penalty other than just to that character, which is fine. We can slander the guy to get reason to arrest him, or try to arrest him, and then when he dodges the arrest, when he raises his flag in rebellion, we conquer him, arrest him anyways, and then revoke his title, and he's a traitor. Or we could just revoke the title anyways and not really give a crap about the penalty that we take. Now, since we are Jain, that does make a small amount of sense. Normally, it's not something I would really do, but if you are going to do it, you need to do it when you're small and not big, in my opinion. But that could, people could also have differing viewpoints on that. Normally, I try to play kind of nice. So why don't we, since I don't really want to do this, I don't want to sow dissent. Why don't we try to fab a claim on, actually, before we do that, let's see which one has the lowest intrigue. That's us. Okay, 26 in his county, 29. What do you got? 18, 25. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to revoke this and then fab a claim on here. We're going to have our marshal train troops to boost our levy. We're going to collect taxes. And what do we want our spy master to do? I don't really feel like we need to scheme here. I don't think anybody's going to try to kill me. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build spy network here at the same time that we're fabbing a claim, and that way to kind of hedge our bets. If we don't get the claim fabbed, which could happen, we have the chance of uncovering corruption or spreading rumors, which we can either get an arrest chance on him, or we might be able to blackmail him and get gold out of it. And that's good too. Study technology. The reason we're not going to study technology is because, now you can't really see it right now, but we can't get over to Constantinople from here. I don't think. We'll try it, but I don't think we can get over there. So your next best option I've found over here is to go to the Caliph, the Abbasid Caliph, or Caliph, and study there, but he is not really that far advanced above you anyways at the start. So what we're going to do is we are going to sling some mud down here, and then with our Upadhyaya, which I don't even know if that's the correct way to say that, this is kind of useless as a Jain or a Buddhist, or even I think a Hindu. This is useless early game in my opinion. So let's see what the religions are. Oh, well, it's already all Jain, so that's cool. That's cool. So we might end up actually going cultural tech for that small chance at a great philosopher, since we're already Jain here. Okay, look at our laws. I think, like I said, we're gonna go Gavelkind, and this is the gender law is fine. Immediately, we're gonna want to go up to low centralization, because there's actually pretty much, to me, I mean, no, it's a no-brainer. It increases the amount of holdings that we can have, and it decreases our vassal limit by 5. But we're not going to be bumping up against that vassal limit for a really, really long time, more than likely. Our plan with tech is going to be to bum rush legalism up to 2, and then we might take some points in. I'm not too worried about noble custom since I'm Jain. It's a possibility we could drop a point into popular customs for better tax. But we probably will end up going majesty for that purity gain and prestige gain. With economy, we're going to go straight for town infrastructure for city tax. And with military, we pretty much are going to go military organization pretty hardcore until it gets just out of reach expensive, and then we'll go light infantry and heavy infantry. So That's the plan there. So we can have a grand total of about 1,000 troops right now, which to be honest is not terrible. Not terrible at all. Okay. So I'm going to run the game on speed 4, not speed 5. Speed 5 goes super fast, and I'm going to run it on speed 4, and I'm going to try to only pause when I absolutely feel the need for it so that we can move somewhat quickly. All right, so Dandy and Raja Vanaraja have gotten married. We can collect a royal aid duty to pay for the ceremony. So what we're going to do, since we make gold faster than we make prestige, we're going to go ahead and take the prestige. Okay, so now we can pick a new ambition. And I think our ambition is going to be, let's go ahead and go have a daughter to try and get the fertility going, so that we can maybe have a chance at getting somebody out with some good traits that we can make our heir. I think that when you take ambition, have a daughter or have a son, I want to say it just straight up gives you additional fertility. I think I read that somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure on it. So if any of you guys know about that, feel free to chime in. All right, let's see if we can take some concubines here. Can we take you as a concubine? No. No, we can't. Okay, because she's Sunni. What? Oh. So you're Buddhist, but you're at the court of somebody who is Sunni. I see. What? No, wait. That doesn't make any sense. What? You know, last time I checked, Muslims definitely permit the use, or permit taking concubines. I'm not really sure what's going on there. If you don't like me, man, just tell me you don't like me. Don't lie to me about it. Okay, what about her? What about her? Yes, okay, so we'll get her as a concubine. Now, she does have a lot of bad traits. She'll probably try to kill the other children, maybe. And I don't think there were any geniuses. So we're only going to take that one concubine right now. I'm not going to just take concubines for the prestige. I don't really care about it that much. And I don't want to have kids with women who can't produce heirs with good traits. Okay, so we now have low centralization, and as you can see, our domain size jumped up to 9. So we can actually hold everything in here. And that's going to be our first goal, is basically going to be to take everything and hold it all so that we have that nice, fat, juicy troop cap. As you can see, we can press de jure claims here. I don't think that's a good idea right now. But as long as we keep this Raja, we will always have that claim. So we might strike when the time is right. Oh, well, yeah, it's telling us that we can create it, but we don't have the money. We don't have the purity. But we'll get there pretty soon. And as soon as we can create it, we will definitely create it. Interesting. So if we create this duchy, we will get a de jure claim on Kutch, which is a part of... do you have... No. You actually don't have a vassal, or a liege. That's very interesting. Huh. It's kind of weird that this is a duchy, but there's no straight crossing over to here. It's only from here. You know... a thing about creating that duchy, it would be good because we'd have that claim, and we could take those guys super easy. It would be bad because we would basically be holding 3 Rajas, and our counts are going to resent that. But if we take everything anyways, there's nobody to resent it. So that could be something that we do. To make that duchy, it's going to take 197 gold. Which we're going to come into gold pretty quick in this game. If it's anything like the game that I played as a Buddhist and as a Hindu. It was not hard at all to make gold. So I imagine the early game is going to be a lot of like hurry up and wait. It'll be like flurries of activity, and then we'll be basically sitting here staring at the map. My liege, my network of spies here in Varaka have found out that a local noble is a homosexual. What should I do with this information? Well, let's blackmail him. He'll probably pay us 50 gold. Which puts us 50 gold closer to that duchy. Are you already interesting? Okay. Good, good. Yes. Good, good. Very good. Bad news from Dharmapur. My attempts to increase the province levy has met with nothing but failure. And the reason behind this is Mayor, really long name, of Lakota. He has been nothing but trouble since I arrived and has used his wide influence in Dharmapur to hinder all my initiatives. You scurvy bastard. Oh well, not a big deal. Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to put a cut in for our first video. I'm sorry that we didn't do a little bit more playing in this video, but I promise you from now on in the rest of the videos, it's going to be a lot more play and a lot, well, not really a lot less talking, but a lot less sitting around and talking. So, thank you for supporting this new series, and since it is a new series, something that would be very, very helpful is for you to click the like button or share the series if you think it's worth sharing with other people. If you don't feel like it's worth sharing with other people, then don't share it. You know, you are certainly entitled to your opinion, but even if you don't feel like it's worth sharing with other people, I still hope that you would come back and watch the videos. So, would love to have you as a guest on my channel. So, thank you guys so much. Until next time, game on.